7 out of their last. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to DA.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Brown out there with Harris. Then there's Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point. And for Atlanta, on the wings, Herter and Reddish. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point guard. Harden against Young. Now Harden, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Capella. Young with the ball. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Here's Capella, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Collins passes to Capella. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
The major forces, Kevin, you know for sure where they are. There are always some teams you can't tell if they're legit or not just yet.
From deep, Harden. That shot is off. So the Hawks will take it the other way. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met, but what a great game.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Capella with the bucket.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
Brown feeling it out a bit. In the corner, it's Harris. The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Atlanta. Young outside. Jordan trying to free himself up. Here's Capella. The kick out to Young. Bangs home the trifecta.
The willingness of Young to work off the ball just gives the defense another thing to account for.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists, and also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. Goodwin comes in for Young. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Irving. And the Nets, another 3.
Man, it is tough holding down Kyrie. Smooth release on that shot.
Gallinari on the wing. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Dishes it to Capella. Good work there as it goes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Gallinari against Harris. Outside Jordan. To the middle. It's stolen by Capella. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Gallinari, and Gallinari throws it down.
Nice look from Kevin. Intelligent and unselfish.
To the left side wing. Back to Irving. Gallinari with the rebound.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Okongwu's checked in for Kevin Herter. And the Nets also making a change. Shamit's checked in. Goodwin feeling it out. Capella inside, guarded by Green. Sweet move. Goes back up. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got 6.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Irving double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Brooklyn now. To the paint. Here's Harris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
Gallinari outside. 23 seconds left to play here in the first. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Physical play by Gallinari. He's added strength throughout the years, and that's made him a difficult matchup.
Irving looking for an opening. Green left side. The kick out to Irving. Green in the post. It'll count. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And they're making sure.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Hawks on top. They lead by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Hawks, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Tony Snell is out there with John Collins. And it's Fernando in at center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. The pass to Harris. The shot that time, not on target. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
Harden against Young. Harden outside. Down low. Shamet can't cash in from close range. The Hawks leading by 7. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
The shot by Jordan, no good. Green kicks to Shamet. On the wing, Brown. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's Shamet missing. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Fernando, the pass to May. Over Jordan. That one a little long.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Harden dishes to Brown. Trying to end the drought. Pass to Jordan. And the rejection by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
Jordan against Young. Pass to Fernando. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Young's shot is good. Young's got 5 points so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Young inside, guarded by Harden, and he gets it back. It's Young on the wing. Back to Snell. This one for three. Rebounded by the Nets. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Molinari comes in for John Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And Goodwin subbed in for Young. Nets trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The kick out to Irving. Back to Jordan. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Capella.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Molinari with it, working on Green, and stolen by Jordan. Here's Luwawu. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Capella, the pass to Mays. Drops in the layup for two. Mays has got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Irving kicks to Harris. Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And DeAndre is one of the best in the business in that situation.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And that'll...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Clint Capella really making a difference here.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Basketball 101. You've got to put a body on him. Unfortunately, that's a fundamental that's gone by the wayside.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Nets. Jordan is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Brown in at the three, the small forward. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will say Gary Payton. I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his... He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Harden surveying the D. For three, Harris. Can't hit that one. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Here's Hill. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Irving with the ball. Okongwu covering, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Here's Herter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Feeds it to Okongwu. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on James Harden. The Hawks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
It's tough to stop Cam on the drive. He's so fluid and coordinated.
Now, here is Harden. D right on him. Here's Green. Good. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And stolen by Irving. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Here's Herter. He's covered by Irving. Outside Collins. Five to shoot. Here's Hill. And Hill throws it down.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Now here's Harden. Tight defense on him. Here's Perry. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Luwawu, the pass to Harden. Now here is Irving. He's guarded closer. Perry, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Harden the pass to Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Bruno Fernando comes in for Collins. Tony Snell's checked in for Solomon Hill. And Trae Young subbed in for Kevin Herter. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Landry Shamet comes in for James Harden. And it's Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. Young drives in. Capella kicks to Young. Here's Fernando. Here's Capella. The shot from the low post is good. Capella's got 8 points.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
And here is Johnson. 24 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Perry. And it's blocked. And he's able to get it back. And he recovers it. Now, here's Shamet. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Poked away.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
And so it. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Clint Capella. Trae Young is out there with Goodwin. Then it's Reddish. And it's Gallinari in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Young in the corner. Kept alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And Young comes over to help. Gallinari with the steal. Inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Trailing by 17. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. The pass to Green. He kicks it to Cook. Here's Shamet. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Shamet's got his first basket of the night.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Now Young. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Hawks lead by 18.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his second.
Harris finds Johnson. Here is Cook. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And the Hawks making a change here. Gallinari's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Green. James Harden comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Tyler Johnson. Here's Jordan. That one off the back iron and out. Atlanta leading by 18. Capella goes in. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
Jordan inside. Capella's there. Jordan inside. Capella covering. For 3, Harris. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Young. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Well, in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the
Yes. Goodness. One of the most powerful dunkers in this league. DeAndre, though, showing off his creativity.
Young passes to Mays. Back to Young. Good on the baseline, Jay.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hawks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Clint Capella.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Mays. Drains the three-pointer.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Cook kicks to Jordan. Irving from long range. The shot comes out. Young looking around. Misses. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. And for Brooklyn, they've got Harris. Harden out there with Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Well, we all know, Clark, the travel in the NBA is just exhausting. It's just incredible how many miles these teams rack up.
Kevin, I tell you, some of the old-timers would say, hey, they travel in charter planes today and 5-star hotels. They haven't seen anything as far as rough travel. But you're right, it takes a toll. But players are well accustomed to navigating the cadence and rhythm of traveling and still being ready to play.
Now here's Middleton. Harden missing his last shot. Shot clock at 3. And it's Chris Middleton with the 3. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
And Middleton with the block. And here is DiVincenzo. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota. From the arc. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, because you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Middleton looking it over. But they recover it. Giannis kicks to Middleton. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. 8 points for him.
Man, it's obvious that Middleton has great confidence. I mean, you can just see it oozing out of him. He's so good at catching the defense off balance and knocking down the catch-and-shoot jump shot.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
One-on-one fast break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, on the drive, Irvin probably anticipates the foul there or even expects it. He's too sharp to let it surprise him.
Brooklyn making some changes. Jeff Green is checked in for Harris. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Bruce Brown. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Milwaukee also making some changes. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Irving following the bucket by the Bucks. From downtown, rebounded by the Bucks.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And that one, good.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive. You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Bobby Portis is checked in for the Bucks. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. And Augustine kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Augustine. Antetokounmpo against Green. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Oh, he's just flexing his muscles on that slam.
Oh, he wanted these people to hear that one.
Yes, sir. Bring in the force.
Antetokounmpo up top, headed by Green. Augustine looking around, out left to the wing, 6 to shoot. Back to Giannis, fires the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with DJ Augustine, and it's Portis in at the 5. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And Portis throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
High post shot. Portis can't get it to go. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing here by 8. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for the Nets. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. Now here's DiVincenzo. Defense right on him. Right wing. Here is Forbes, guarded by Harden. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And the rejection by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harris looking it over. The three-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Here's Forbes. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Yeah, bully balling his way to the rack that time. Lopez with a great second effort.
The 3 from Harden. The rebound by Brook Lopez. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one. For 3, Middleton. That shot, no good. Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Brown dishes to Harris. Count the basket. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Bucks leading by 7. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it falls over the rim and in. Middleton's got 12 points in the game.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
And GA Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Green. And Irving subbed in for Luwawu. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Harden against DiVincenzo. Harden can't hit.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Middleton the pass to Giannis. Puts it up from 15. The putback. It's good on the putback. Lopez has got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks.
Watch out now. Lopez crashing in to put it home.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. And Brooklyn making a change here. Shamet's checked in. And then for Milwaukee, Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo.
You know, I like Irving's creativity, but also his discipline offensively. He'll take whatever's available.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Harris against Giannis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
Outside Irving. Lopez with the steal. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. Chris Middleton came out on a mission in the first. He had 12 points. And thanks for joining.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Chris Middleton has really been making it happen, guys.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Brown. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the center. So that's the Nets 5. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harris with the ball. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harris has got the first bucket of the third here for Brooklyn.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Pass to Middleton. Over Brown. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Middleton's got 14 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And Giannis throws it down.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Nets trail by 11. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
And how about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
You've often heard it said that sometimes it boils down to who wants it, but who wants it is also tied to putting yourself in position to go get it.
Bucks leading by 9. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Middleton outside. Clock at 6 with the shot. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Landry Shamet's checked in for James Harden. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Middleton on the wing. 14 points for him. Puts up a 3. Another miss by Middleton.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Luwabu's shot is off. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Shot from the top of the key. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks.
And, you know, with Middleton, once he gets himself going, he's really hard to slow down because he's got really good size, a great stroke, and has become more skilled not only as a shooter but a ball handler.
Here's DiVincenzo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Forbes. Middleton outside. Another miss by Middleton.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
No good from Luwabu. Milwaukee leading by 9. Here's Middleton, and good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Middleton is simply a very versatile and dangerous offensive player. He's clever at using the pull-up jumper in the right spots to balance out his shot-making repertoire.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Here's Forbes. But they get it back. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound, Lopez. Middleton outside. He kicks it to Forbes. Middleton against Jordan. Another miss by Middleton.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Luwawu.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Okay, time now for an injury report. Now for an update on Antetokounmpo's injury, let's go over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I caught up with Milwaukee's head athletic trainer. He's got a pinched nerve in his shoulder, basically a stinger, and he's lost all sense of motion in his arm. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Setting the floor for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Connaughton in it with the shooting guard. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up. Maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Takes it down to Middleton. Releases. Antetokounmpo controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 6.
You know, Antetokounmpo, for all of his skills and talent, he's a worker. This guy likes to grind and takes a lot of pride in outworking people on the board.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Irving can't hit. Bucks leading by 3. Here's Connaughton. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. And that one's good, Irving.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Middleton for 3. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Middleton's got 21.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Here's Irving. Whistle blows. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kyrie, not a bad answer. He'll give you the needed hoop when you need it most.
It's stolen by Harris. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
The pass to Lopez. Here is Forbes. Here's DiVincenzo. From past the arc. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Boy, those are the kinds of plays that Lopez is known for. Huge basket there.
A deep three from Irving. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Irving's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Brooklyn. On the wing, Giannis. To the inside, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. In transition, here come the Nets. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 3 assists tonight. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Brown. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Harden outside. And he goes big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Forbes from deep. Forbes can't get it to go. Irving looking for an opening. So it's the Nets picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining... And the starting lineups have concluded. So just thanks for tuning in to the NBA Payday.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the center position. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Forbes in a 2-guard. Now here's Middleton. Rebounded by Capella. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
First trip to the line for him here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you've set. But I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. You know, if you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
5 on the clock. Reddish the pass to Young. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Middleton. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls. Middleton's got his second bucket of the game to go. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
17-foot shot on the way. Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He had 13 points in the win against Minnesota.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Basket counts.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Milwaukee in the lead. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Middleton on the wing. Lets it go with the 3. Another miss by Middleton.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
And the dunk by Capella.
Even though he's an elite scoring talent, Young finds ways to involve his teammates.
On the wing, Giannis. Tipped away. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with some changes. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Atlanta also making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for John Collins. Molinari comes in for Reddish. And Goodwin subbed in for Young. Augustine, no luck. The Hawks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And Gallinari kicks to Capella. Shoots the 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Connaughton has it in the corner. Middleton against Gallinari. That's a bucket. His 3rd of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Now here's Goodwin, guarded by Augustine. Capella trying to free himself up. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The Bucks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. For 3, Middleton. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Checking in for Milwaukee,
Here's Herter. He's coming off a 22-point game against Cleveland.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. Three-pointer Augustine, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Okongwu is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Solomon Hill, and it's Young, and it's Mays in at the 2. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. 6 on the shot clock. Just his first attempt, and it's denied.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Doesn't have to get all the way downhill to the rim to be effective because Trae Young has a trademark floater.
Here's Antetokounmpo. No points in the game yet for him. And the pass to Portis. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Augustine against Young. And again, it's Atlanta.
Perfect play to run there to get a clean look.
Bucks trail by 4.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota. Shot clock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Portis can't get it to go. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Hawks making a switch here. Young with the ball. He has 6 over Augustine. Young's shot is off.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And Augustine kicks to Craig. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. It's Portis, high post. A 14-point game for him in the win against Minnesota. The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Okongwu. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that one drops for him. Goodwin's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Here's Herter. Pass break, Milwaukee. Here's Middleton, and it's good off the back rim and in. Middleton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Good one, passes to Capella, and it's sent back by Lopez. Middleton outside. Another miss by Middleton.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Capella goes in. He feeds it to Reddish. Back to Capella, and it's sent back by Lopez.
And it's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and gameplay. Shot's good by Middleton.
Talented, driven, he puts constant pressure on your defense.
Capella kicks to Goodwin. Pass to Herter. Launches it. No good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. And this Hawks team still... That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton can't get it to go. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. They lead by 1. Capella, the pass to Collins. Capella inside. Lopez covering. They double him with Giannis. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
So it's the Bucks now. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Here's Middleton. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And for the Hawks, they're shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Hawks passing it around. Collins wide open. He fires. The Hawks again can't hit.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Capella. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. The Hawks leading. It's Collins with the drive. With the putback. And it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 6.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Passes it to Middleton. Looking to end his cold spell, and he gets the jumper to drop. 15 points in the game.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Here's Snell, and he makes good on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Tony Snell gives you plenty of size out of the backcourt. Doesn't always attack inside as much as he could.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton for the tie. And no good that time. Excellent D there from Hill.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1 3, and that was in the first half.
For Milwaukee, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Milwaukee. The season well underway, and they've been solid. In third right now. And checking out Atlanta, 5.5 games behind.
And I think for the Bucks, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Pass to Middleton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Clint Capella.
And you see Middleton on the perimeter a lot, but he's really been trying to add strength to that 6'8" frame so he can mix it up a little more inside.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Young, no good.
Still trying to shoot his way out of this funk. But if it doesn't come within the flow of the offense, the whole team suffers.
Middleton inside the three-point line and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Young from outside drops in the tray. Young's got 9.
He's calm, he's confident. Young has that it factor.
Augustine against Young. And Augustine kicks to Connaughton. Pulls it up. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket for Middleton. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Snell, the pass to Young. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
That way.
A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
There's the pass to Connaughton. In the corner, Middleton with it. Over Gallinari. Another miss by Middleton. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Augustine dishes to Middleton. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
This guy is a silky smooth operator on offense. Middleton can score effectively on all 3 levels.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. Hawks lead. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so in the game for the Hawks, on the wings, Herter and Reddish. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Young, and it's Fernando in at the 5, home in the paint.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Young pass to Fernando. An easy 2 points on the layup. Fernando's got his first points of the night.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Young taking his time here. And the basket is good.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
Augustine against Young. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And another three for Milwaukee.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second three of the half right there.
Young left side. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now, Giannis. And he gets it to go.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Chris Middleton. Bryn Forbes comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Augustine. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
On the wing, Giannis. Six to shoot. Trying to get open is Lopez. Antetokounmpo, no good. Hawks have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Pass to Young. Back to Herter. From deep three-point range, Lopez grabs the board. Lopez has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Young against DiVincenzo. A nice shot by Young. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Trae Young doesn't get rattled and plays very well under pressure.
There's a minute 40 left in the game. Forbes can't get it to go. Hawks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Reddish kicks to Young. Reddish the pass to Young. No good on the three. The Bucks trail. And to the Kumbo inside. Count that bucket.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Young outside. Chalk up 2 there. Young's got 8 points in the quarter.
Incredible. Often the smallest guy on the floor, Young consistently comes up with the biggest plays.
Here is Forbes, and stolen by Okongwu. Money!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
DiVincenzo against Young. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Feeds it to Lopez. Connaughton kicks to Forbes. Antetokounmpo against Young. Count it!
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Young with no one around. Knocks down the three.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Three-pointer. And so it's Atlanta with the W. They seem to rep. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony.
From King IP.
And the Hawks with a confident look as they go into and with.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, DA. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Nets, on out there with Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2 spot. Now, here is Irving. Free throw line jump shot, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And of the early surprise teams, Doris, some have fallen by the wayside, but some may be for real.
And isn't that one of the most exciting aspects of any season, Kevin? You watch a team perhaps outperform expectations. We see a good team take that next step and become a real threat for a title. Like, there's so many storylines that develop over the course of a long season. I can't wait.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Lets it go from 11, and Irving with the basket on the assist by Harris.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You got to play him straight up and be balanced.
Now, here is Young. Capella with the bucket.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Now the pass to Irving. On the wing, Brown. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Here's Collins, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
Irving against Young. Irving surveying the floor. Tries from the block. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, Joe Harris known as a shooter, but make no mistake, this guy will mix it up on the glass. Great offensive rebound right there.
Young against Harden. Young drives in, and the shot goes down.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Irving with the steal. And the basket by Harden.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Harden against Young. And it's in there. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Well, over the course of the last 10 games, These big men have been the NBA's best at the charity stripe. John Collins, third.
Now, that is a very confident group of players at the free throw line. We haven't seen them struggle there as some of their brothers in the big man fraternity have.
Not at all. They've got the kind of ability at the line that would be exceptional at any position. You can't defend them as physically as you would some other big men because of just how reliable they are up there.
Here's Irving after the made shot from John Collins. Basket good.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
The Hawks trail it. Young inside, guarded by Harden. Yep, it counts. Young's got 6.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. And here's Young. He's coming off a 28-point game against Cleveland.
The other thing, he really changed the pace of the game when you consider how many free throws he shot. Drawing fouls is an art, and really he has mastered that part of the game.
2 on the clock. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. He's got 8.
And this is why Young is so dangerous. He just gets that shot off so fast before the defense can react.
Harden with it, and it's Reddish picking him up. Jordan the pass to Harris. To the middle, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Woo-hoo, Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
The Hawks have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Young, and the Hawks getting another basket right there. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. Irving with the ball. He's got 6. Here's Herter. He got it up. Unbelievable!
Can't do it much better than that, right before the clock expires.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter? Beautifully done.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Green. Landry Shamet is out there with Irving. Then it's Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the 3, the small forward. Irving. It's another look. Jordan can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 4. Down low. Here's Gallinari. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Jeff Green picks one up. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. And there's the foul. It's going to go on Solomon Hill. That's his first foul. On the wing, Robertson. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 5. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. I see the stat sheet here for Clint Capella.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now Goodwin. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The rebound by Jeff Green. Nets trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Passes it to Luwawu. To the paint. Here's Perry, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. To the inside. Now, here's Okongwu. Guarded closely.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Green taking his time here. Pass to Luwawu. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The dish to Robertson. Young with the steal. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
Hawks making a switch here. Capella's checked in.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Harden against Young. Here's Green. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Green's got his first points of the game.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Young, great touch on the 16-footer. Young's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks.
Well, Danilo Gallinari, obviously much more known as a scorer, but how about the court vision there?
Reddish kicks to Capella. Young with no one around. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Count that one.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Bruce Brown comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet. And then for Atlanta, John Collins, he's checked in for Okongwu, and Kevin Huerter subbed in for Gallinari.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And there's the pass to Huerter. It's Young on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Capella. Shoots over Brown. The Hawks again can't hit. Nets trail by 4. Right side, Irving. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. One-on-one fast break. Here's Huerter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now, here is Irving. And that one released in time, but no good. And
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 assists. And that does it for our...
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. They've got Okongwu. Solomon Hill is out there with Gallinari. Then it's Goodwin. And it's Mays in at the 2-guard. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Pass to Hill. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Outside Irving. Harden finds Brown. Right side Irving. And yes, it's good.
Oh, guys, there are not many strokes more pure than that of Kyrie Irving's.
The Hawks leading by 6. And Hill has it in the corner. Passes it to Goodwin. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. And Jordan sends it back. Now here's Irving. He's covered closely. And he could not get that one to go. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's May. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Gallinari, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Just tremendous initiative from Gallinari. Puts it on the deck, forces the defender into a tough situation. Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Irving for 3. Connects from three-point range. Irving's got 13.
Boy, Kyrie Irving shoots it with such extraordinary confidence regardless of where he is on the court. This guy is one of the most dynamic scorers in the league.
Now, here is Gallinari. And here's Young over Irving. The Hawks again can't hit.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Offensive rebound, Nets.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
Here's Young. He's got 14. And that one drops. 16 points for him.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Here's Irving. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
How easily scoring comes for Kyrie Irving. So intelligent, such a good decision maker.
Young looking around. It's Hill on the wing. Back to Young. Clock at 6. And Mays gets it to go. Mays has got his first 2 points of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Irving for 3. Hill pulls it in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Young from outside. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
The first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing that affords for this offense.
Now here's Jordan. 6 points for him. Here's Irving. Tips it up. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 8 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Young drives in. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
And Okongwu gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Cowens comes in for Gallinari. And Goodwin subbed in for Trey Young. Pass to Perry. Stolen by Cowens. There's 37 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Robertson with it. Capella's there. Wasted no time on that one. Robertson's got his first points in this one.
How about the long strides on his way to the cup? Andre Robertson sees the lane and takes it.
Now the pass to Mays. At the top of the key, Capella lets it go from deep. Mays passes to Capella. Down low and stolen by Robertson. Johnson with it. Green, and Green slams it in.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do, find his open teammates.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Hawks on top, up by 2. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Harden out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Harris. Then there's Green. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Here's Capella, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Hawks lead by 2. Shamet finds Green. Harden outside. And there it is for him.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Oh, it got ugly there for a stretch. Nothing was working, but they've come back and have a chance to seal the deal.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Harris. Bruce Brown comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Irving's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Tyler Johnson in for James Harden. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about his athleticism? For a big man, Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Now here's Johnson. He's tightly guarded. And on the way from Irving for 3. Jordan kicks to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Jordan. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Goodwin. The shot's good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Irving, good.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Now here's Goodwin. He feeds it to Capella. Makes it off the glass.
A big who lives inside. Capella knows he's a center. He knows he makes his living off scoring close in against that good D.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Johnson. Young's checked in for the Hawks.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Now, here is Young. Inside. Collins trying to break free. And again, it's Atlanta.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
On its way from Irving for two. Jordan finds Irving. At three off the mark. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They lead by 4. Here's Herter. Misses from short range.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And the basket by Harden.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Here's Young. James Harden picking up that last basket. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Young with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Young against Brown. Young left side. Great positioning on the putback.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Irving for 3. Brown dishes to Irving. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
In the corner, Irving with it. And Capella sends it back. Pass to Reddish. Young for 3. Drills the three-pointer. And now a 7-point Atlanta lead.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Another shot. And again, no good by Brooklyn. So it's Atlanta now. Here's Fernando. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Outside Irving. Off the mark. And so the Hawks take the win. South David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is... And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
So the Nets starting five. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Brown in at the three. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the two. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Now Middleton. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Knocks it loose. Harden with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active. An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector. Middleton looking pretty comfortable right now playing in the pick and roll, whether he's passing the ball or shooting it. Right now making good decisions.
Now here's Irving. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Sacramento.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Here's Irving. 4-point game. Releases from 15. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Giannis against Harris. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Irving looking for an opening. And the rejection by Giannis. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Down low. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Pulls up on the elbow, and he drops that one in. Irving's got 6. Bucks trail by 4. Middleton on the wing. He's covered by Brown. And it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touched by Brown. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys. There are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Now here's Giannis. Harden missing his last shot. Here's Giannis. Yep, that one goes. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket.
He's a hard guy to guard everywhere on the floor, but more than anywhere else, Giannis can get you in the paint. That's where he lives.
Now here's Jordan. He had 10 points in the win against Sacramento.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those floor blocks. No, 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 not today.
6 to shoot. Right side, Green. Over Giannis. And again, no good by Brooklyn. .102 left in the first quarter. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. He's got 6.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Harden outside. Over Giannis. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Giannis kicks to Augustine. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. In transition, here come the Nets. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, the D cannot handle DJ right now. A gigantic guy on the inside who's going to get those calls most of the time.
And so he hits both. 34 seconds left in the first. Now here's Giannis. He had 37 points in the win against Minnesota.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Harden outside. He gets it in there. Harden's got 6. Giannis inside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Nets out in front. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Landry Shamet. Green is out there with Luwawu. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving at the point guard. Giannis passes to Portis. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against Sacramento.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
Well, the last time it was about feeding off of the glass and getting rebounds to ignite the offense, and that came up big for them. Great opportunities to get out and run.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there to go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken #1. And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking.
And the shot goes in. Irving's got 8 points.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Right side, Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
Well, guarding Antetokounmpo is really difficult because of how awkward he can get around the floor and how much space he can take up.
Irving against Augustine. Fires from 18. Misses off the right iron.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Giannis dishes to Augustine. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, guarded by Jordan, and the shot goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And a deep three from Irving. Misses the three.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Giannis kicks to Augustine. Back to Giannis. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And that one's good from Connaughton.
The D is there, but not present enough. And you can't just be there. You got to disrupt and get in the face of the shooter.
Augustine with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Portis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. That one falls.
Nice mid-range J. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
And here's Giannis. He's got 14. Portis, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Portis has got 8 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton comes in for Torrey Craig. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Augustine. Then for the Nets, Joe Harris is checked in for Jordan. Bruce Brown comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And James Harden subbed in for Landry Shamet. Green, the pass to Harris. Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
Feel like the jump ball triggered Kyrie Irving. He's been on it with tremendous effort from the beginning.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Nets trail by 3. Here's Irving. 12 points for him. And the layup falls. He's got 14.
Kyrie not backing away from the contact there. In fact, welcoming that one tricked you into it.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 14 points. And that's a wrap for our halftime show.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot, so right now he's feasting.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Shoots over Brown. Middleton can't get it to go.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Irving for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Giannis. Pass to DiVincenzo. Bucks passing it around. Here's Middleton. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Lopez has got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
Here's Irving. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. To the inside. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Harden the pass to Jordan. Throws it down as the official. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Johnson, the pass to Jordan. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Bucks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Middleton with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Great positioning on the putback.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Johnson, the pass to Jordan. To the middle. Here's Luwawu, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Bounce pass from Augustine. Shot's good by Middleton. 1:33 left in the third. Augustine against Johnson. Count it.
Yeah, Tyler is one of those guys where we talk about toughness, and you can see why.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Bucks. Middleton on the wing. Shot, high post. Rebounded by the Nets. Green taking his time here, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul, and Brooklyn making a change here. Johnson against Augustine. And the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And Augustine kicks to Middleton. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
On the wing, Robertson. Back to Johnson. To the left wing. Here's Luwawu. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the Bucks with some changes. Giannis, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. Middleton the pass to Lopez. Nails the baby hook. And now it's a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
Lopez powering through that time.
Johnson outside to the paint. Cook. Boom, he jams it straight down.
very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
And as let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Let's get a stop. Let's play out of motion.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Bucks shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. On the court for the Nets getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Harden. Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Shamet in at the shooting guard. Here's Middleton. Pass to DiVincenzo. 5 to shoot. Middleton dishes to Forbes. At the top of the key, Lopez for 3. Middleton. The rebound by Harden.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Middleton can't get it to go. The Nets with the lead. DiVincenzo against Harden. Tries from 7. That shot misses. And Milwaukee the other way now. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And again, the Bucks miss.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Harris with it. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, go ahead and get in front of that if you want to. Man, with a dunk by Giannis.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Harden against DiVincenzo. Harden gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Green, and Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet. Such a wide open look. Middleton's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second 3 of the half.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Middleton finds Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Wow, Lopez stepping up. What confidence from the big fella.
DiVincenzo against Harden. Brown the pass to Harden. And on the way from Irving for 3. They get the rebound. No good from Jordan.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
1:58 left in the fourth. Middleton dishes to Giannis. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Now it's a 6-point Bucks lead.
This guy upping his scoring average every year. Tonight's effort's only going to increase the chances of Giannis to do that again maybe this season.
And Irving launches it from deep. The long-distance 3 is buried. Irving's got 22 points.
Appreciate the mentality of Kyrie at this point, embracing the moment. He'll take the big shot.
Harris against Antetokounmpo. Trying to get open is Lopez. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Now, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Stolen by Middleton. Lopez against Brown. Middleton outside. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Nets trail by 5. Here's Irving. Finished off the break. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
And how about the poise from Kyrie Irving? These are the moments he lives for.
Giannis outside. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's foul number 2 for him. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2 here.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close.
Middleton outside. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Giannis. Clock at 6. On the wing. It counts.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Irving for 3. The rebound by Middleton.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Here's so much about this 3 and D in terms of the wings in the NBA. And Chris Middleton really embodies all of that. He can do some damage behind the arc and then is asked to guard the team's most potent offensive wing.
Cans the 3. And the foul on Joe Harris. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Now we can talk about it over and over again. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
It drops.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. What a show. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg. And just about to get underway as the starting five. And you've got it on 2K. Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forwards handle. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. And for the Hawks, on the wings, Herter and Reddish. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point guard. Capella, the pass to Young. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. For both teams tonight, Clark, unbelievable talent up front.
Agreed. And, you know, in the trenches, in the paint is where this one's going to be decided. It's going to be won or lost there. And that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick and roll action. But it'll be different tonight. I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic and when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
A nice shot by Young. Young's got his second basket of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Middleton. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Minnesota. Here's Young. Pass to Capella. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Cavaliers.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Pass to Herter. It's Solenbad to Tacumbo. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
Young with the ball. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Here's DiVincenzo after Clint Capella's bucket. Middleton dishes to Lopez. Back to Middleton. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Forbes can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Young with the ball. Giannis is there. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Trailing by 2. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
Young outside. Offensive rebound. Capella kicks to Reddish. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Now the Bucks moving it up. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
And here's Young. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Giannis outside. Here is Forbes. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. Shot clock at 5. Shot's good by Middleton.
Boy, when you've got the jump shot that Chris Middleton has, you're always a weapon, which means you help create spacing for your teammates.
Now, here is Young. He's got 6. From deep. Atlanta gets it back. Capella kicks to Young. Again, Young missing. Bucks leading by 4. Antetokounmpo passes to Forbes. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Middleton for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. 15 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Young. Again, Young missing. Middleton outside. Gets it off. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Milwaukee on top, up by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
John Collins is out there with Okongwu. And it's Young. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Goodwin in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Giannis. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
When he's on the floor, Antetokounmpo makes good things happen inside. I mean, he's got so much size and skill, a lot for the defense to try to contend with.
And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Young. Young's gotten 4 of his 9 shots to go. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Knocked loose. Goodwin with a steal. And now Young running the floor all by himself. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
Right there, you love what Young gives you. A great facilitator in transition, and he's also a terrific finisher.
Giannis outside. Shot clock at 6. Outside Portis. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. That sends John Collins to the free throw line. TJ Augustine picks one up. The Hawks shooting their first free throw tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Giannis high post. Working on Collins. Giannis is double. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Hawks have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Okongwu. Young taking his time here. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got the lead up to 4 now for Atlanta.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
The pass to Craig. Back to Giannis. To halt the run and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Collins.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Augustine finds Lopez. Now Augustine, he had 10 points in the win against Minnesota.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Goodwin feeling it out. There's the triple. Atlanta again missing. The Bucks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Over to the left wing. Connaughton kicks to Craig. Augustine with it. Now defended by Goodwin. Shot on the wing. Hill pulls it in.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Chris Middleton's checked in for Torrey Craig. Bryn Forbes comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Augustine. Capella kicks to Hill. The three. Forbes with the rebound. The Bucks trail, and it's the Bucks on the break. There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. It's good. This game is all even. And it's Goodwin with the ball for Atlanta. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
Here is Forbes. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Wide open look. The offensive rebound, Lopez. Takes the three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that'll do it for the first half of
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 13 points. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. The Hawks working the ball around. Young from outside. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Kicks it down to Middleton. Middleton is doubled. Back to Giannis. Passes it to Middleton. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. That one goes in. Giannis has got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
And it's hard not to commend the calm nature and demeanor of the Greek Freak. I mean, even in pressure situations, Antetokounmpo never seems to get outside of himself or never seems to give in to what the defense is trying to do to disrupt him.
Middleton the pass to Forbes. Lopez dishes to Forbes. Middleton looking it over. For the lead. Good work defensively by Capella.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Takes it from 10. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Pass to Forbes. Middleton on the wing. Over Reddish. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Middleton's got 10 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Down low. Lopez with the steal. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Young. Finished off the break. He's got 17.
Yeah, and this is Young at his very best. Once he gets a few to fall, boy, watch out.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. To the middle. It's stolen by Capella. Kaddish dishes to Young. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Here's Capella. Over in the corner, Reddish. Pass to Young. Fires the three. Cans it from downtown. Young's got the lead up to 5 now for Atlanta.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Middleton right side. Giannis gets to Middleton. Milwaukee getting another chance here. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
It's Young on the wing, who's got 20. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
Boy, Capella doing a nice job being physical and getting those second chance buckets to go. Coaches love that.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. And he's good on the 3-ball. Middleton's got 13 points.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
The 15-footer controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Here's Middleton. Another miss by Middleton. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Young against DiVincenzo. Young left side. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Boy, if you don't block out Clint Capella, the putback throwdown is exactly what you get.
Middleton outside. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball in. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Solomon Hill is out there with Gallinari. Then it's Goodwin. Then it's Okongwu. And it's Mays in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Bucks trail by 8. Antetokounmpo kicks to Augustine. Back to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
Now here's Goodwin. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lights checked in for Atlanta. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Goodwin with it. 6 on the shot clock. A 3-pointer, no good. And here's Augustine. Outside Portis. Augustine passes to Portis. Back to Augustine. Here's Antetokounmpo. Portis kicks to Giannis. Gallinari with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Goodwin finds Hill. Hawks passing it around. Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Goodwin. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Inside. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And the ball handling of Antetokounmpo, my goodness, really unreal. For a guy his size, his dribbling is ridiculous.
Goodwin dishes to Okongwu. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Milwaukee also making some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Torrey Craig. Young drives in. Yes, that goes in. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Solid there, just recognizing when to drive. When Young has some wiggle room, he sees it.
Connaughton passes to Lopez. Kicks it to Augustine. For 3. They get it back.
Boy, those are the kinds of plays that Lopez is known for. Huge basket there.
The Hawks leading by 4. There's 1:54 left here in the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Young. Young's got 24 points.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And the pass to Augustine. Here's Connaughton. On the wing, Giannis. And Capella sends it back.
Boy, the timing Capella has on the defensive end. Outstanding. Terrific at knowing exactly when to go up for those blocks.
And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Augustine. Middleton on the wing. Over Reddish. And again, the Bucks miss.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Atlanta leading by 6. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Buries the long-range jumper.
You know, the range Young has really is unlimited. He just feels comfortable shooting as soon as he crosses half court.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Young against DiVincenzo. Young outside. To the right side. Here's Herter. Nailed from three-point land. Herter's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Middleton outside. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Young from deep three-point range. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Now, Antetokounmpo. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Some good competition, but the home team.